On one hand, I'm dreaming about the day when I would be able to talk to you, opening the secrets, real secrets.
Som sa nemala možnosť verovať ničomu inému, ale sníval som o dni, kedy sa pred vás predstavím a budem vám môcť otvorene hovoriť o tajomstvách.
Because all of you came here for knowledge.
Lebo všetci z vás ste tu prišli po poznatky.
Internally, you want and you are waiting for something. I'm talking about the knowledge which can change your life for better.
Hovorím o poznatkoch, ktoré dokážu zmeniť váš život k lepšiemu.
And maybe among you there are many people who are in the topic for a very long time.
Možno sú medzi vami ľudia, ktorí sa venujú tejto téme už dlho.
Somebody are just the beginners. You're just on the starting point.
Niektorí z vás sú len začiatočníci, len ste vo východzom bode.
And you came here to find something that will help you understand what is going on with us now.
A vy ste tu prišli na to, aby ste sa dozvedeli veci, ktoré vám pomôžu pochopiť, čo sa deje v dnešnom svete.
Because you probably noticed long ago that just reading the books, just learning more and more, this process do not change your life.
Lebo možno ste si už všimli, že iba čítanie kníh a nadobúdanie čím ďalej tým väčšieho množstva poznatkov samo o sebe váš život nezmení.
And probably inside of you, you're asking this question, what is wrong?
A možno sa sami v sebe pýtate, čo nie je v poriadku.
And you will never find an answer in your daily present life. Never.
A vo vašom každodennom živote na túto otázku nikdy nedostanete odpoveď.
You can find hints in very ancient texts.
Môžete dostať náznaky odpovede vo veľmi starobilých textoch.
So I'm the one who is deeply engaged in the process of learning, translating, interpreting ancient texts.
A ja som ten, ktorý sa hĺbkovo venuje skúmaniu, poznávaniu, prekladu a interpretácii týchto starovekých textov.
You are the ones who is taking this information, learning it.
A vy ste tí, ktorí túto informáciu príjmajú a učia sa s ním.
But you must use it.
Ale musíte ju používať.
Up till today, I cannot be completely open with you because you will not understand what I'm talking about.
Až do dnešného dňa, alebo vrátane dnešného dňa, nemôžem byť k vám ešte úplne otvorený, pretože vy by ste to nepochopili.
Understanding doesn't mean the row of words and, seeing what stands behind these words.
Pochopenie neznamená, že rozumiete významu slov, ale znamená to, že vidíte, čo za nimi stojí.
Understanding is when these words are completely changing your life.
Pochopenie nastane vtedy, keď tie slová úplne zmenia váš život.
This is a very special way when you observe this knowledge, because knowledge is the energy.
Je to špeciálny spôsob prijímania týchto vedomostí, pretože vedomosti sú energia.
And you are here, sitting here. I think you know that probably this life is not the first.
A vy tu ste a sedíte a myslíte si možno, že tento život nie je prvý.
And most of you had your previous lives.
A väčšina z vás už žila v predchádzajúcich životoch.
But you do not remember it.
Ale nepamätáte si to.
But all this information is inside of you in your subconsciousness.
Ale všetky tieto informácie sú vo vás, vo vašom podvedomí.
You can open these files.
Dokážete otvoriť túto.
For this, you need not only read.
Preto ale nemôžete iba čítať.
You need to start thinking about it.
Musíte o tom začať premýšľať.
The more you're thinking, the more actively your internal hard drive starts to rotate.
Čím viac premýšľate, tým viac váš interný hard drive na tom pracuje.
The main general idea of the meetings like this is the possibility to unify our own energy and create an energetic vortex here.
Jedným z hlavných účelov takýchto stretnutí, ako je to dnešné, je zjednotiť naše jednotlivé energie a vytvoriť jednotné energetické pole.
And this energy starts to stimulate your internal files.
A táto energia sa napojí na vašu vnútornú energiu.
That's the moment when something is starting to get change inside of you.
A to je chvíľa, kedy sa o vás niečo začína meniť.
Also, we should always keep in mind that we are not alone on this planet.
Vždy by ste mali pamätať aj na to, že na tejto planéte nie sme sami.
And our civilization has a very unusual prehistory.
A naša civilizácia má veľmi nezvyčajnú históriu.
And I hope you know this idea. Those who knows the past controls the future.
A ja myslím, že to poznáte, že tí, ktorí poznajú minulosť, si vedia vybrať budúcnosť.
That's why I would like you to know your past.
Preto by som bol rád, aby ste vy poznali svoju históriu.
It will help to understand what's going on now.
Pomôže vám to pochopiť, čo sa deje teraz.
And what is going on to happen with us in the future.
A čo sa stane s vašimi životmi v budúcnosti.
But before we start this interesting trip in the history,
ale prvnež sa pustíme na túto zaujímavú cestu do histórie,
I would like to tell you that this world is not simple.
Rád by som vám povedal, že tento svet nie je jednoduchý.
And you probably noticed long ago that among our society there are many people and all of them are different.
A možno ste si už dávno všimli, že v našom svete, v našej spoločnosti je mnoho ľudí a všetci sú iní.
Some of you are very good people and honest.
Niektorí z vás sú veľmi dobrí a čestní.
Some have something to change in yourself.
A niektorí z vás niečo v sebe potrebujú zmeniť.
And let's say, not in this hall, somewhere there are very bad people.
A povedzme nie tu, v tejto sále, ale niekde vonku sú veľmi zlí ľudia.
And this is the biggest reason which forms the quality of relationships between us and extraterrestrial world.
A toto sú kvality, ktoré formujú náš vzťah medzi nami a mimozemským svetom.
On 1994, on April, our planet has passed through a very intensive energetic influence.
V apríli 1994 naša planéta prešla veľmi intenzívnym energetickým vplyvom.
This is the technology which is periodically is used by extraterrestrial civilizations.
Je to technológia, ktorú pravidelne používajú mimozemské civilizácie.
I'm not talking about all of them.
Nehovorím o nich všetkých.
I'm talking about those one or two who are controlling the spiritual development of our civilization.
Hovorím o jednej alebo dvoch, ktoré ovládajú spirituálny vývoj našej civilizácie.
And just taking into account the cosmic principles, the cosmic laws, the psychic principles, they make or they realize their influence periodically.
Kozmické princípy alebo zákony sa prejavujú pravidelne v istých intervaloch.
On 1994, through Cheops pyramid, and then from Cheops pyramid to all other energetical centers, there was a signal sent.
V roku 1994 Cheopsova pyramída prijala signál, ktorý sa potom rozniesol cez všetky energetické miesta.
To stimulate all positive and all negative inside of us.
Aby sa stimulovalo všetko, čo je v nás skladné a záporné.
From this moment, if you just look in your life, probably you will notice that from that 1994, the difference between people start to grow.
Ak si pozrite späť na svoj život od roku 1994, ste si mohli všimnúť, že rozdiely medzi ľuďmi vzrástli.
People became someone who was little bit of dark origin, even darker. But those who had a light origin, even lighter.
Čiže ľudia, ktorí boli zlej podstaty, sa stali ešte horšími a ľudia dobrej podstaty lepšími.
The negative energies which are created by them daily, each second,
negatívna energia, ktorú vytvárajú každý deň, každú sekundu,
they are affecting you.
Ovplyvňuje vás.
And sometimes you even do not understand what's going on.
Ani nerozumieme, čo sa deje.
Even in the morning, when you wake up, right after your coffee, when you get out to the street, the first feeling which you have, just to kick somebody's nose.
Niekedy, dokonca hneď ráno, keď sa zobudíte, potom ako po rannej káve vyjdete do ulice, máte pocit, že by ste najradšej niekoho nakopali.
Yeah. This was done with a very deep idea.
To bolo zapričinené na základe veľmi takej myšlienky hlbokej.
To fulfill this task for very short time.
Aby sa naplnila úloha za krátky čas.
From this moment, 1994, they increased the speed of time.
Od 94. roku sa zvýšila rýchlosť času.
Tell me, who of you didn't notice that today, 1 week passes the same speed as 1 day a few years ago?
Kto si z vás nevšimol, že dnes jeden týždeň uplynie rýchlejšie ako kedysi 2 dni?
Did you notice?
Všimli ste si?
Notice. Exactly. So, I want to open your eyes. And you clearly can remember that, for example, 20 years ago, 1 week, it was a very long period. 1 week, 7 days, oh my gosh.
Chcem vám otvoriť oči, aby ste si spomenuli, že pred 20 rokmi bol týždeň strašne dlhá doba. Týždeň, 7 dní, pre Pána Jána.
But now, 1 week is like 1 day.
Ale teraz týždeň ako jeden deň.
You're already tired.
Už ste unavení.
You did nothing.
Nič ste neurobili.
Time is past.
Čas uplynul.
Nothing happened.
Nič sa nestalo.
All negative situation around.
Všetky negatívne situácie ostali.
This is a test. This is the real test for you.
Toto je skúška, je to skutočná skúška vás.
And this division between dark and light and this distance between them became bigger and deeper.
Toto rozdelenie medzi temnotou a svetlom a rozdiel medzi nimi sa stal väčším a hlbším.
And now you see what's going on in the world.
A teraz vidíte, čo sa deje vo svete.
These Americans get crazy.
Američania šalejú.
I'm not going to talk about this American stuff. You know yourself what's going on.
Nejdem o tom hovoriť, lebo vy viete, čo sa deje.
What is important? Important is that we should keep this situation under control until 2025.
Musíme túto situáciu držať pod kontrolou od roku 2025.
If we keep this world without this Third World War until 2025, war will not happen.
Ak sa nám podarí udržať situáciu do roku 2025 bez toho, aby začala tretia svetová vojna, tak k nej nedôjde.
But for this, first of all, we need this understanding.
Ale najprv na tom potrebujeme pochopenie.
Just look around and you will find a lot of proofs what I'm talking about.
Len sa pozrite okolo seba a nájdete veľa... sorry, what is to be found?
A lot of proofs.
Proofs.
A lot of proofs. A lot. Everything is around. But at the same time, your psychic, your energetical system is daily poisoned. Daily.
Ale za týchto okolností vaša psychika, váš energetický systém sa dennodenne otravovaný.
Maybe some one of you likes this.
Možno takomu sa to páči.
Why? Because any negative psychic, emotional energy, this is a very strong type of energy.
A prečo? Pretože každá negatívna psychická energia je veľmi silným typom energie.
But evolutionary, this is the dead end.
Ale evolučne je to slepá ulička.
You need to understand it and start prevent yourself against it.
Musíte to chápať a brániť sa tomu.
Inside of you, you have your own energetical source.
V sebe máte vlastný zdroj energie.
Because you are, each of you, according to ancient texts, you are the cells of Creator.
A podľa starodávnych textov vy sami ste bunkami tvorcu.
And ancient text says that there is one energetical body among your energetical system.
A vo vašom energetickom systéme je energetické telo,
which is directly connected to God.
Ktoré je priamo prepojené na Boha.
People have forgotten about this energetical body.
Ľudia zabudli na svoje energetické telo.
But if you have forgotten, it doesn't mean that it disappears.
Ale ak ste zabudli, to neznamená, že vám zmizlo.
And through this body, through your eyes, God is watching the world.
Cez vaše telo, cez vaše oči, Boh sa díva na svet.
And as long as you are His cell, you are working, you are acting using the same energetical mechanism as He is using.
A pokiaľ ste jeho bunkou a konáte, tak ste napojení na rovnaký energetický zdroj, na aký naplnil.
And if you know how you can keep this energetical channel between your body and body of the God open and clean.
Ak viete ako, dokážete si udržať toto svoje energetické prepojenie medzi svojím telom a telom Boha otvorené a čisté.
And this energetical channel will help you to feed your body with the God energy.
A tento kanál energetický pomôže naplniť vaše telo energiou Boha.
This is the most important knowledge and principle which have been always used by negative cultures, negative cults.
Toto je vedomosť alebo princíp, ktorý vždycky používali negatívne kultúry, negatívne kulty.
It was used to empower themselves.
Na osvojenie si moci.
And what is important that the energy which you emit and somebody can eat, this is a free energy for them, free.
Energia, ktorú vy vydávate a niekto sa na nej môže živiť, je pre nich voľný zdroj energie.
How to use this source of energy?
Ako používať zdroj energie?
It's very easy. Very easy.
Je to jednoduché. Veľmi jednoduché.
I need to put you into stress.
Musím vás dostať do stresu.
I need to keep you in a long stress.
Potrebujem vás v ňom aj udržiavať.
You start to vibrate.
Musíte vibrovať.
You start to emit energy.
Začnete vydávať energiu.
But I need to create situation when all of you will be stressing.
A na to treba vytvoriť situáciu, kedy všetci budete v strese.
And especially the most powerful source of energy is the death.
A najmocnejší zdroj energie je smrť.
And this is the reason why, for example, Mayan priests started to kill thousands of people in their pyramids. Why? They needed energy.
A preto, keď sa zabíjali tisícky ľudí, bolo to kvôli zdroju energie.
And this is enormous, let's say, extraterrestrial project.
A toto je obrovský, povedzme, mimozemský projekt.
I don't want to tell that all this extraterrestrial world is awful, bad, dark, whatever. No.
Nechcem povedať, že celý mimozemský svet je príšerný, temný, strašný. Nie.
It is like in our society, like in our families.
V našej spoločnosti, v našich rodinách.
If there is always someone in the family who is spoiling the dish.
Je vždycky v každej rodine niekto, kto kazí ovzdušie.
But we should realize it and defend ourselves against this negative influence.
Mali by sme si to uvedomiť a brániť sa voči tomuto negatívnemu vplyvu.
So first of all, now what I would like to tell you. We are living in a beautiful nature on this beautiful planet, but there is a certain type of negative energies presenting here.
To, čo vám chcem teraz povedať ako prvé je, že žijeme v tejto prekrásnej prírode, na tejto prekrásnej planete, ale existujú tu aj typy negatívnych energií.
We should realize it and start defending us.
Čo by sme si mali uvedomiť a začať sa voči tomu brániť?
How we can do it?
Ako to môžeme urobiť?
For example, ancient texts, ancient sculptures, they have left a lot of hints.
Napríklad staroveké texty a staroveké stavby nám ponechali množstvo nápovied.
When your aura is thin, when your aura not big, thin, it is easy to break through. So you need to use technology which is increasing your aura.
Potrebujeme používať technológiu, ktorá zvyšuje vašu auru.
First of all, try to be more often in the nature.
V prvom rade sa snažte pobudnúť viac v prírode.
Then remember, ancient priests and ancient Egyptians, they used so-called these instruments, the wands of Horus.
Ďalej si spomente na to, že starovekí kňazi používali Horové tyče.
Important principle. I told you, inside of us there is the eye who is looking on us. This is the eye of God.
A vnútri v nás je oko, ktoré sa pozerá, je to oko Boha.
And maybe you remember the third eye, the eye of Egyptian priests. The eye is written here. This is the eye of God.
Pamätáte, že tretie oko, ktoré je zobrazené na egyptských kňazoch, ktoré je zobrazené tuto, je oko Boha.
This is the channel, energetic channel.
Toto je energetický kanál.
So if you will start to empower this signal,
ak začnete dodávať energiu tomuto signálu,
then your aura starts to vibrate with the signal sent by God.
Táto vaša aura začne vibrovať prostredníctvom tohto signálu.
This is so easy.
Je to také jednoduché.
It's written everywhere in ancient text. Just read it properly.
Je to všade napísané, len to treba správne čítať.
And then at least being in the nature, using the instruments, using instruments, you can increase your aura, and then you will feel like inside of you, you became calm. Very calm.
Keď ste v prírode a keď používate tieto nástroje, pocítite vo vnútri úplné ukľudnenie.
Problem is that when you became nervous, you start to vibrate, your system starts to vibrate with this negative energy. And this negative energy became the main energy of your system.
Problém je, že keď sa znervóznite, začnete vybrovať negatívnu energiu a táto negatívna energia ovplyvňuje celý váš systém.
But you remember, all ancient text says, control your mind.
Všetky dávne texty hovoria, ovládajte svoju myseľ.
Control your emotion.
Ovládajte svoje emócie.
Because when you start to stop this negative impulsation inside of you, stop it, just keep it like it's like a muscle. First moment, strong, and then weaker, and disappear.
Lebo keď zastavíte túto negatívnu energiu, je to ako so svalom. Začne sa, pokiaľ ho zatknete, začne sa tá negatívna energia z vás uvoľňovať.
So for very short time, you can change a lot inside of you.
Takže za veľmi krátky čas dokážete v sebe veľa zmeniť.
You can calm down your nervous system.
Dokážete upokojiť svoj nervový systém.
You can stimulate and correct your immune system, blood circulation system, nervous system, energetical system.
Stimulovať svoj krvný systém, nervový systém, obehový systém.
And this is a technology which is so important.
Toto je technika, ktorá je taká dôležitá,
that any Egyptian sculpture, they keep the wands, why?
Že ju vidíte na všetkých egyptských sochách. Všetky majú v rukách tie tyče. Prečo?
Because this instrument was a very, very high value.
Pretože tento nástroj je veľmi, veľmi vysokej hodnoty.
So, today I came here for one reason.
Takže dnes vám ďakujem.
I want to stimulate inside of you your own energetical source.
Za to, že budeme môcť stimulovať vo vás váš vlastný zdroj energie.
I would like to stimulate and open up your internal memory.
Rád by som stimuloval a otvoril vašu vnútornú pamäť.
Because when you start to stimulate your internal files, it's like in a computer. There is a file on disk, and it's come. Just click it, and it opens, and program is loaded.
To ako na počítači. Ako náhle kliknete na program, ktorý sa otvorí, už sa potom sám načítava.
This is the mechanism, and today, if we have enough time, I'd like to give you some information about our prehistory.
Takže to je to, čomu sa dnes chceme venovať, a ak budeme mať čas, dám vám ešte informácie o našej prehistórii.
As I told you, because if you know your past, you can control the future.
Lebo ako som vám povedal, ak poznáte svoju minulosť, dokážete ovládať budúcnosť.
Today we spoke that a certain extraterrestrial civilization are very deeply engaged.
Povedal som vám, že istá mimozemská civilizácia je tu veľmi hlboko zaangažovaná.
They have a vital involvement in our destiny.
Majú životnú zaangažovanosť v našom osude.
Because today it's a time to recognize the meaning of all effects which critically influence our civilization.
Lebo dnes je čas, aby sme prišli na význam všetkých udalostí, ktoré kriticky ovplyvňujú našu civilizáciu.
It will help us to understand what's going on with us now.
Pomôže nám to pochopiť, čo sa teraz deje.
And what will happen to us soon.
A čo sa nám prihodí čoskoro.
$13,800 years ago, there was an event which very critically and deeply influenced our civilization.
Pred 30 800 rokmi sa stala udalosť, ktorá veľmi kriticky ovplyvnila našu civilizáciu.
That was the moment when a 6,000 years long cosmic war has ended.
Bola to chvíľa, kedy po 6000 rokoch skončila kozmická vojna.
And when those who won this war, they came to our solar system.
A tí, ktorí túto vojnu vyhrali, prišli do našej slnečnej sústavy.
Because it was us. I'm pointing this finger on you. It was you who stimulated and who conquered and was in the long-term war against some civilization in our segment of galaxy.
Lebo sme to boli my a vy, a poukazujem na vás, ktorí bojovali v tejto vojne a ktorí ju vyhrali proti civilizácii v inom segmente našej galaxie.
Pyramid-shaped UFO appeared over Sinai Peninsula.
Nad Sinajským polostrovom sa objavila pyramídová štruktúra.
It was UFO, pyramid-shaped UFO.
Bolo to UFO, ktoré malo tvar pyramídy.
This UFO appeared very close to a man.
Toto UFO sa objavilo veľmi blízko človeka.
We do not know his exact name.
Nevieme meno toho človeka.
But in the history, we call him Gilgamesh.
Ale v histórii ho nazývame Gilgamešom.
But as I told you today, Gilgamesh, it's not the name.
Ale jak som vám dnes povedal, Gilgameš nie je meno.
Gilgamesh, this word consists of two words.
Gilgameš pozostáva z dvoch slov.
It means Bilgamesh. Bilgamesh means predecessor of the hero.
Znamená to predchodca hrdinu.
It's a strange mixture, which is actually not important for us. What we should keep in mind. There was a man.
Je to zvláštne, ale toto nie je teraz dôležité pre nás. Čo pre nás dôležité je, že bol tam človek.
So, right after this war abruptly have been ended.
Hneď potom, ako táto vojna náhle skončila,
the group of extraterrestrial civilizations,
skupina civilizácie mimozemšťanov,
they were deciding the destiny of our solar system.
Sa rozhodli, že zoberú do rúk osud našej slnečnej sústavy.
What is the main problem? Up till today, these extraterrestrial curators, they are scared of you. Scared.
Čo je hlavným problémom je, že títo mimozemskí tvorcovia sa vás boja. Boja sa.
Why?
Prečo?
Because there is a certain group of people on our planet which has very unusual genetics.
Pretože na Zemi existuje skupina ľudí s veľmi nezvyčajnou genetikou.
And in case of development of your capacities, you can become so strong and so powerful that extraterrestrial world is really scared.
A v prípade, že by sa vaše schopnosti vyvinuli istým smerom, môžete sa stať takými silnými a mocnými, že mimozemšťania by sa vás museli bať.
A certain group of extraterrestrial civilization representing different solar system, the whole segment in our galaxy, they gathered together and they were discussing the future of our solar system.
Rôzne skupiny mimozemšťanov, ktoré reprezentujú našu galaxiu, sa stretli a aby prediskutovali osud našej slnečnej sústavy.
Certain civilization were very specific about our future. They said, this civilization must be sterilized. Planet Earth must be sterilized.
Táto civilizácia musí byť sterilizovaná. Zem musí byť sterilizovaná.
Because before the war started in our solar system, there were 3 planets.
Pretože prvne, než začala vojna, boli v našej slnečnej sústave 3 planéty.
There was a Martian civilization. We call it now Mars.
Teraz voláme túto planetu Mars.
But in all ancient texts, it's called Nibiru.
Ale
Nibiru is an ancient name of Mars.
v starovekých textoch sa táto planéta volala Nibiru.
Maldek or Tiamat. This is now a destroyed planet and we have got asteroid belt left in our solar system.
Planéta Malbec alebo Tiamat je zničenou planétou, ktorá teraz tvorí pás asteroidov.
When this cosmic war, which in all ancient texts is called War of the God, started,
Táto kozmická vojna sa nazývala v starovekých textoch vojna bohov.
your predecessors, those who lived on Mars and Maldek, they have been so successful that people on Earth started to worship them, calling the God of war.
Tí, ktorí žili na Malbeku a na Marse, boli takí úspešní v tej vojne, že ľudia na Zemi ich začali uctievať a volali ich bohovia vojny.
This is the reason up to today Mars is the god of war.
Preto až do dnešného dňa je Mars boh vojny.
But when the war was over, this group of extraterrestrial civilization, they needed to decide what to do with us.
Ale keď vojna skončila, táto skupina mimozemských civilizácií potrebovala rozhodnúť o tom, čo s nami urobiť.
Tiamat was destroyed. Planet Tiamat was destroyed.
Planéta
Tiamat
bola zničená.
This is, if you know, it's a Sumerian name. Tiamat was destroyed. Mars actually was killed. The planet. Now there is no life on Mars.
Planéta Mars bola vyhubená, život z nej.
Who left alive on Mars and Tiamat? They moved, all of them, very quickly, they moved on the specially prepared planet which is on our Earth's orbit behind the Sun.
Tí, ktorí ostali alebo prežili na Tiamate a Marse, sa presunuli na planetu, ktorá je za Slnkom.
But this is just detail. Important is the future of our civilization.
Ale to len taká drobnosť. Dôležitá je budúcnosť našej civilizácie.
So, and this group of extraterrestrials, they divided into 2 halves.
Mimozemšťania sa rozdelili na 2 polovice.
One of the group said, look into the future. They have a technology to see the future.
Pozrite sa do budúcnosti. Mali technológiu, ktorou mohli vidieť budúcnosť.
And they saw that any technology which we are going to create, first of all,
technológie, ktoré my sme eventuálne vytvorili,
first of all, we are using for military purposes. We are killing each other with the help of all new technologies, right?
V prvom rade videli, že sa budeme navzájom zabíjať všetkými tými novými technológiami.
Another group of extraterrestrials was strictly against it.
A ďalšia skupina mimozemšťanov bola striktne proti nám.
They said, why? We are humanoids. According to the cosmic law, we prefer to leave everything and keep it as it is.
Podľa kozmického zákona máme nechať všetko tak, ako je a ponechať to na seba.
We suppose just watch this civilization and intervene only in case of necessity.
My by sme mali iba sledovať túto civilizáciu a zasiahnuť len v prípade nevyhnutnosti.
So, this group divided into two parts. They couldn't make a final decision.
Takže takto boli mimozemšťania rozdelení a nevedeli sa dopracovať k finálnemu rozhodnutiu.
So, this is the reason why they invited Gilgamesh.
Preto pozvali Gilgameša.
So, this pyramid-shaped UFO came here. Gilgamesh, come on, friend, we have something to talk to you. Let's go.
Toto UFO v tvare pyramídy prišlo ko Gilgamešovi a povedal mu, hej Gilgameš, my sa ho chceme hodiť reč, poď s nami.
And by the way, you can find the description of this story and Gilgamesh epoch and in the text which is called Enuma Elish. It is there.
Takže do dnešného dňa v Gilgamešovom epose môžete nájsť túto príhodu.
And this cuneiform tablet contains the list of rebukes.
A tento text zo stely obsahuje zoznam takých pokarhaní.
So, and they invited Gilgamesh to answer these questions.
Takže pozvali Gilgameša, aby zodpovedal na túto otázku.
What Gilgamesh can say about it? You see, this is the text. What you can say?
Čo môže o tom Gilgameš povedať, keď je ten text?
Unfortunately, there is no, in any way, I never saw any text exactly which describes what he said.
Žiaden text som nikdy nevidel, ktorý by popisoval presne, čo on povedal.
But Gilgamesh was invited to this meeting by very special reason.
Ale Gilgameš bol na toto stretnutie pozvaný z veľmi osobitného dôvodu.
First of all, because Gilgamesh was not a simple man.
V prvom rade preto, lebo to nebol jednoduchý človek.
His blood on 2/3 part was Martian blood. His father was from Nibiru.
Z 2/3 mal marťanskú krv v sebe, jeho otec bol z Nibiru.
But his mother, on 1/3 part, he was earthly woman. Earthly. So it's terrestrial woman. She was. His mother was from the earth.
Okay. Jeho matka bola pozemšťanka.
And this is the reason why Gilgamesh was a very respectable and honored man.
Preto bol Gilgameš veľmi vážený a ctený muž.
And somehow Gilgamesh persuaded this council not to sterilize the planet Earth.
A tak nejakým spôsobom sa Gilgamešovi podarilo presvedčiť toto zhromaždenie, aby not to what?
Sterilize.
Aby nesterilizovali.
You know what means sterilize? And that's it. So, easy. Not sterilize.
Aby nesterilizovali zem.
And then the members of the council, they said, okay.
Tak členovia tohto zhromaždenia povedali, že dobre.
We will not sterilize the planet. It means we will not clean the planet from humanity.
Nesterilizujeme zem, čo znamenalo, že ju nevyčistíme od ľudí.
But with only one condition.
Ale s jednou podmienkou.
You need to return back and to talk with all leaders of the tribes, of the countries, of the groups all over the world.
Musíš sa vrátiť a rozprávať alebo hovoriť so všetkými vodcami kmeňov, krajín, národov na svete.
You can very cleverly ask, so he had to fly around the planet and to talk to anyone. No fly. he was talking through the pyramid complex, which is actually built at that time all over the planet.
Takže ja musím preletieť celú Zem, aby som sa dostal ku každému z nich? Nie, nemusíš ju preletieť. Môžeš s nimi komunikovať cez komplex pyramíd, ktoré boli postavené v tom čase.
But main idea, they told to Gilgamesh that he must return to the planet Earth and to persuade all leaders and all people on the planet Earth to forget and to deny completely their previous God.
Tak s tou podmienkou ho vrátili na Zem, že musel presvedčiť všetkých vodcov a všetkých ľudí na planete Zem, aby poprali a zabudli na predchádzajúci život.
It's like, for example, now, how we can imagine it. Okay, somebody comes to Russia, for example, and says, listen, Russians, you need to forget all this communistic ideology. You need to forget Lenin, you need to forget Stalin, you need to forget Marx and Engels, forget everything, clean, we will give you a new knowledge, and you should follow.
To ako keby niekto prišiel do Ruska a povedal, musíte zabudnúť na komunizmus, na Lenina, na Stalina, na Marxa, na ostatných z vašej histórie a my vám dáme nové poznatky a tam tú svoju históriu musíte zabudnúť.
It's like another, maybe a little bit stupid example, but for some people somehow it can be understandable. For example, there are some of you are Christians, or some of you are Muslim.
Tak napríklad možno niektorí z vás sú kresťania alebo moslimovia.
And somebody says, listen, Christians, forget about Christianity, you should just accept Islam.
A niekto príde a povie, kresťania, prosto zabudnite na kresťanstvo a príjmite islám.
Or somebody can tell to Muslim people, forget about Islam, accept Christianity.
Alebo niekto, keby moslimom nariadoval, aby zabudli na islám a prijali kresťanstvo.
I think you understand. It's a very heavy task. Almost incompletable. Almost.
Ako iste rozumiete, je to veľmi ťažká úloha, takmer neuskutočniteľná.
Gilgamesh was given by a time period. He had only a very special period of time to fulfill his task.
Gilgamesh dostal na túto úlohu iba obmedzené časové obdobie.
It was 12 years cycle multiplied on 12 years cycle, 4 cycle, 144.
144 rokov, to znamená 12-ročný cyklus krát 12-ročný cyklus.
At that time, it was pretty, for him, it was short time because he was living much longer.
Pre neho to bol krátky čas, pretože sa žilo o mnoho dlhšie.
So important is that he failed. And in 150 years, a huge asteroid impact.
Takže zlyhal a o 150 rokov do Zeme narazil obrovský asteroid.
That was a pure punishment.
Bol to čistý trest.
But I tell you, on one hand, you will never find any text or any description which says it was done for the reason.
Na jednej strane nenájdete žiaden text alebo žiaden popis, ktorý by hovoril, že sa to stalo účelovo.
But a bit later, I will show you that there is a big reason behind it.
Ale neskôr o chvíľku vám ukážem a vysvetlím, že na to bol veľký dôvod.
But that was a pure punishment.
Bol to čistý trest.
And in this piece, it's a papyrus called Pindarpian.
Tento text je na papíruse, ktorý má tento názov.
And in this text, which is, you see, pretty small one, the king called Euxanthi, he explains why he afraid to make a last final decision in his country, because he afraid the punishment of the gods.
V tomto útržku textu kráľ vysvetľuje, prečo mal strach prijať konečné rozhodnutie pre svoju krajinu. A ten strach bol strach z bohov.
And he says, I'm afraid of Zeus, the warrior. I'm afraid of earth-quaking God, whose bowls are booming. By lightning and trident, the earth and peoples were demolished into Tartarus bowls.
Takže obáva sa, alebo cituje, že sa obáva Zea, Dia teda, bojovníka, obáva sa zeme, ktorá je tiež jedným z bohov, a obáva sa aj jej zbraňami sú hrom a blesk, a ktorá vie ľudí zničiť a pochovať vo svojich útrobách.
It means that this event was so awful, so terrible, so catastrophic that even thousands of years ago people clearly remember it, and they were trembling.
Znamená to, že tá udalosť bola taká strašná, taká príšerná, taká katastrofická, že aj po tisíckach rokov sa pred ňou ľudia triasli a pamätali na ňu.
So now I will give you information about some after effects.
Teraz vám poviem o nejakých účinkoch, ktoré nastali po tejto udalosti.
In ancient Egyptian temple, which is called Iun Ta Nechet,
V tomto chráme egyptskom,
today we know this temple as Dendera.
dnes je známy tento chrám ako Dendera.
On Dendera Zodiac, you can exactly see and calculate the moment, the date, when asteroid impact caused axis rotation change. It was changed, and precision clock was broken.
Podľa tohto dokumentu dokážeme presne vypočítať vychýlenie zemskej osy a narušenie hodín.
Asteroid, but actually it was not just simple asteroid. In ancient texts it's called small planet.
Nebol to len obyčajný asteroid. V dávnych textoch sa nazýva malou planétou.
You know the difference between asteroid and small planet.
Viete rozdiel medzi asteroidom a malou planétou?
We call it planetoid. It means it's a huge asteroid. Huge, really huge.
Znamená to, že ten asteroid je obrovský.
This is not millions of tons.
Nie je to milióny
Billions of
tón, ale
tons.
miliardy tón.
Many kilometers in diameter.
Mnoho kilometrov v priemere.
And it was flying counterclockwise. It means the planet Earth is rotating, let's say, like counterclockwise, and asteroid was flying clockwise,
Takže tento asteroid, jeho trajektória bola v smere hodinových ručičiek, čo bolo presnom proti smere Zeme, ktorá sa točí proti smeru hodinových ručičiek.
And then imagine, the planet Earth is rotating like this.
Tak si predstavte, Zem sa točí takto.
And huge I wrote it. I made the picture. It's a small. It was much bigger.
Tu som urobil len takú ilustráciu, to je malé, a v skutočnosti to bolo mnoho väčšie.
And when this asteroid hit the planet in this area,
a potom, keď ten asteroid dopadol na Zem v tejto časti,
the normal rotation of the planet was little bit stopped.
Normálne točenie Zeme sa zastavilo.
What happened then?
Čo sa stalo potom?
All the water of oceans continued to move.
Všetká voda oceánov sa naďalej hýba.
Can you imagine kilometers of water went to...
Viete si predstaviť, ako kilometre vody pokračovali v pohybe.
Even now you can find the bones of whales 300 or 400 kilometers far from the shore.
Dokonca aj dnes sa nájdú pozostatky kosti veľrýb 300-400 kilometrov vo vnútrozemí.
This is the area where this planetoid hit the planet Earth.
Toto je oblasť, kde asteroid narazil do Zeme.
You see, there are 3 platforms here. One platform, another, and the third one.
Tu máme 3 plošiny.
So asteroid hits exactly in the place where 3 platforms goes together.
A asteroid narazil do Zeme presne na mieste, kde sa stretávali.
Can you agree that it happened occasionally?
Occasionally.
Which means it happened by itself.
Viete si predstaviť, že sa to stalo náhodou?
It was like, you know, when you take a gun, just make a very, very good, how to call it?
Je to
aim. Exactly.
Keď zoberiete zbraň a presne zamierite na cieľ.
This is so-called acupuncture point.
Je to tzv. Akupunktúrny bod.
And this trans-regional Earth cracks goes through all the planets.
A tam tie lomy v zemskej kôre prechádzajú celou planetou.
So, and when this planetoid hit just like a needle in one place, all acupuncture points of your body reacted immediately.
Takže viete si predstaviť, že keď Zem bola zasiahnutá do tohto akupunktúrneho bodu, tak všetky body zareagovali.
And here I showed you all these volcanoes, all of them. They just exploded at one moment.
Všetky tieto sopky vybuchli naraz.
Water of the oceans fall down on the melting lava.
Voda oceánov sa miešala s topiacou sa lávou.
It was hot hydrodynamic explosion.
Bola to hydrodynamický výbuch.
When these millions of tons of water immediately changed, it became a steam, and this explosion just took all this water up into the sky for many, maybe 40 kilometers, 60 kilometers up, everything over there.
Voda z oceánov v mieste výbuchu sopiek sa vyparila a obrovské oblaky páry vyleteli až 30 vyššie kilometrov do vzduchu.
And the temperature of water was very high, almost 100 degrees.
Teplota vody bola veľmi vysoká, takmer 100 stupňov.
Can you imagine? In few minutes, all the planet was converted into boiling bowl.
Viete si predstaviť, že za niekoľko minút sa planéta premenila na vriaci hrniec.
Would you like to live in this moment?
Chceli by ste to zažiť?
It's awful, really awful.
Muselo to byť príšerné.
Because first of all, earthquake, then it goes tsunami, then this wave, then explosion.
Najprv asteroid, potom tsunami, potom výbuch, potom para.
Then the axis of rotation changed its angle 20 degrees south.
Potom sa zemská os vyosila o 20 stupňov.
20 degrees west.
A 20 stupňov na západ.
And started rotated chaotically like this.
A začala sa točiť opačným smerom takto.
Planet Earth lost its orbit.
Planéta Zem sa uvoľnila zo svojej obežnej dráhy.
Before, the period of rotation around the sun was 360 days.
Predtým sa Zem otočila okolo Slnka za 360 dní.
Now it is 365.
Teraz je to za 365.
Now imagine, the planet Earth moved away from the Sun with the speed and on the distance equal to the speed 30 kilometers per second. Calculate for 5 days how far we moved away.
Zem sa začala vzdialovať od Slnka rýchlosťou 30 km za sekundu 5 dní.
Our climate immediately changed critically.
Okamžite sa zmenila teplota.
At this moment, when all this event took place, there was one more, one more participant in this event.
Keď došlo k všetkým týmto udalostiam, bol tam ešte jeden účastník.
Each 33 million years, our solar system moving through the galaxy in spiral like this.
Za každých 43 miliónov rokov sa naša Zem v špirále pohybuje po galaxii.
It flies through the plane of the galaxy. There is a plane of rotation and it moves like dive in through like this and then like this and then like this again.
Galaxiu si môžete predstaviť ako rovinu a naša Zem sa po nej klže hora dole.
And this is the reason why 64 millions ago all dinosaurs were killed.
Toto je dôvod, prečo pred 64 miliónmi rokov vyhnuli všetky dinosaury.
Because solar system flies through asteroid floor.
Pretože slnečná sústava letela cez mračnú asteroidu.
And each time when our solar system is flying through asteroid floor, it kills all forms of life capable to carry and develop the consciousness.
Za každým, keď naša Zem prechádza takýmto asteroidovým pásmom, zahynie všetok život na Zemi, ktorý dokáže sa rozvinúť do vedomia.
And this is the reason why on our planet and in our solar system there was and up till today there is a huge technical installation which is defending, for example, Earth against asteroid and meteorites.
A preto v našej slnečnej sústave existuje obranný mechanizmus, ktorý Zem chráni pred asteroidmi a meteoritmi.
So this is a very old technical device.
Je to veľmi staré technické zariadenie.
And 13,670 years ago it was also active.
Pred 30 600 rokmi bolo tiež aktívne.
So, when huge asteroid, planetoid, appeared over the planet Earth, this anti-asteroid defense complex started to work and tried to defend our planet against this asteroid impact.
Tento obranný systém sa aktivoval pri nálete asteroidu, ktorý zasiahol Zem.
So, first attack took place over Alaska.
Prvý útok sa zasiahol Aliašku.
The second attack was over Timur, Siberia.
Druhý útok zasiahol Sibír.
So when it's just very simple drawings which do not give you exact picture of the event by itself, because
jednoduchá ilustrácia, ktorá nezobrazuje samotnú udalosť.
It was much bigger in size.
Lebo to bolo o mnoho väčšie.
Here on this picture I'm just giving you idea that
na ilustráciu ponúkam.
when this planetoid was flying, these missiles, it was thousands, not one, thousands of them, from different directions, they were flying and meeting this asteroid in this area.
Takže keď asteroid sa približoval, strely z rôznych, tisícky striel z rôznych častí mu išli naproti.
To give you just idea what is the power, I tell you one missile which we call, the people who knows about it, who is investigating, we call it Terminator.
My tieto strely nazývame Terminátor.
Physically, it's a huge metallic ball.
Je to ako veľká kovová guľa.
It is made of metal.
Je z kovu.
So composition metal.
Zloženého kovu.
60 meters in diameter.
Má 60 metrov v priemere.
It's empty inside.
Vo vnútri je prázdna.
And then this Terminator is bumped, is charged with enormous amount of electromagnetic energy.
A tento Terminátor, táto guľa je nabitá obrovskou elektromagnetickou energiou.
Each Terminator explosion is equal to 2,500 bombs thrown on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Účinok každej takejto gule toho Terminátora je v násobku 2500 bomb, ktoré vybuchli nad Hirošimou, teda bomby.
So when these thousands of Terminators they hit the planetoid, they tried first of all to break this planetoid into pieces.
V prvom rade, keď tieto Terminátory zasiahli asteroid, snažili sa ho rozlomiť na menšie kusky.
No. And the idea is inflation to kick this asteroid away from the planet into the atmosphere and into cosmos, like a ball.
Pričom záver bol, aby sa ten asteroid vymrštil naspäť do atmosféry a mimo planety Zem.
So when this huge explosion, can you imagine, thousands multiplied on 2,500 bombs on Hiroshima, at one moment explosion over huge territory, what's happened?
Viete si predstaviť, že ak tisícky týchto Terminátorov o sile 2500 násobku bomby, ktorá vybuchla nad Hirošimou, vybuchlo naraz, čo sa stalo asi?
All oxygen over Siberia, northern Siberia, was burned out.
Všetok kyslík nad Sibírou sa spálil.
It was pure, how to say, it was explosion, but when powers were directed into the middle, how to, I have forgotten this word. Let's call it implosion. Implosion. When there is no oxygen, nothing, the cold air from the cosmos fall down. In a second, it was -70 from up to -100.
Keďže nebol kyslík, v tom spadol ten oblak páry naspäť na Zem a v momente sa teplota zmenila na -70 až -100 stupňov.
But just a second before this explosion, this technology opens like a channel between our dimension and cosmos, space, opens.
Ale sekundu predtým, ako sa tak stalo, táto technológia otvorila kanál medzi našim priestorom a ďalšou dimenziou v kozme.
It works as the vacuum cleaner.
Funguje to ako vysávač.
Anything that have been on Earth, trees, water, ground, stones, all starts to fly.
Všetko, čo bolo na Zemi, všetko začalo...
Animals, everything over there.
Všetko sa začalo...
And then explosion.
Vysávať hore a potom nastal výbuch.
All this, bushes, trees, animals, pieces of people, all animals, they were like mixed like this.
Kríky, stromy, kusy ľudí, zvierat, všetko sa takto zmixovalo s tým.
It means ice. All is why now we can find there a lot of animals which were killed and now frozen completely, and you can eat even today.
A do dnešného dňa nachádzame zvieratá, ktoré boli zabité a zmrazené.
So, what happened? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, let's go on. And now we are going to also interesting moment, very interesting. Then, after this second explosion, when a lot of small pieces flew forward for thousands of years, they were hitting the planet Earth in the different areas. That's why you can now easily see the trajectory of this flying. These are exactly. No need to. It's clear. Third, the last one, explosion, took place over this Azores Island.
Tretí výbuch nastal nad Azorskými ostrovami.
It's exactly like over Tunguska. Exactly the same three phase.
Presne taká istá fáza ako na Sibíri.
And as long as it was a technical device and Terminator was made of metal, now on these territories over explosions you can find a lot of these metallic spheres.
Teraz
millions of tons everywhere.
Všade nad týmito troma miestami zásahu, keďže sa aktivovali tie terminátory, nachádzame takéto železné gule.
So you see this over the period of 7 years, 28 specialists from 24 institutes, 18 areas, 4 countries. So they found more than 10 millions of tons of such spherules.
Počas niekoľkých rokov 28 odborníkov z krajín rôznych a tak ďalej našli viac ako 10 miliónov takýchto drobných guľôčok.
It's exactly the same spherules which we have found on Tunguska explosion place. Exactly the same.
Presne také isté, ako sme našli na mieste výbuchu v Tunguske.
So now you see, it was planned and this institute covered this area. You see, all this area.
Tento inštitút
is filled with these spherules.
Preskúmal túto oblasť, celú túto oblasť.
And now, something very special.
A teraz niečo veľmi špeciálne.
After effect number 5, great flood.
A následok číslo 5, podoba sveta.
Even Camille Flammarion and the people at that time, they knew that our planet is multiple dimensional.
Dokonca aj vtedajší ľudia vedeli, že naša planéta má viacero dimenzií.
For example, we are here, and here is just the ground, just the forest, but behind this membrane, there is the ocean.
Napríklad my sme tu, máme tu zem, máme tu les, ale za touto membránou je oceán.
I just made the picture so you could see the idea. This is our dimension, and the parallel dimension of the Earth, behind the membrane, there is an ocean.
Toto je naša dimenzia, za membránou je napríklad oceán.
When this huge explosion took place, it creates combustion of space. It made energetical hole, and water from there moved in our dimension.
Keď nastal tento výbuch, tak sa medzi dimenziami urobila diera, cez ktorú pretiekla voda v oceáne do našej dimenzie.
Just for a very short period, the level of ocean was up 180 meters.
Na krátku dobu sa hladina oceána zvýšila o 180 metrov.
So this is the reason for the great flood and where planet Earth has got such enormous amount of water.
A toto je príčina podoby sveta.
And now here on this map you can clearly see this territory before the great flood, that was just the land.
Ak si všimnete tieto body, tak pred potopom sveta to bola suchá zem.
And right after that all is covered by water.
Následne to všetko prekryla voda.
Just for a very short time, all this water became an ice.
A vo veľmi krátkom čase sa všetka táto voda zmenila na ľad.
Because temperature was falling down up to -70 at least on a huge territories.
Pretože v veľkých oblastiach, teda v rozsiahlej oblasti, teplota náhle klesla až na -70 stupňov.
And those people who was not killed by explosions, they died of cold and hunger.
Tí ľudia, ktorých nezabil výbuch, zomreli na následky chladu a hladu.
So, now, little bit further, as long as we have very short time, I'd like to take you to the most important moment.
Teraz na chvíľku krátku, ktorá nám ešte ostala, chcem predstaviť veľmi dôležitý moment.
So, this is just shortly on the same Dendera zodiac, you can see this small picture.
V tenderskom zverokruhu sa nachádza tento malý obrazec.
This picture is giving the date,
ktorý uvádza dátum,
and says that planet Earth, you see,
a hovorí, že Zem
has received the moon. Baboon is the symbol of moon.
Mesiac.
And became as one mass.
A stala sa jednou masou.
So, planet Earth stood, because before it was flying away from the sun.
Predtým sa Zem vzdialovala od Slnka.
So, somebody moved the moon to the planet Earth, create from the moon and the planet Earth a single mass and stop the flying. That's why the planet Earth is standing, not moving.
Niekto priniesol mesiac, zapracoval ho do Zeme a zastavil vzdiaľovanie sa Zeme od Slnka. Preto tento obrazec zobrazuje, že Zem stojí, už sa nehýbe.
And so from here, I'll tell you, now we can take into account a very special sequence of events.
Teraz si viete predstaviť veľmi špeciálnu nadväznosť udalostí.
First of all, appearance of the pyramid-shaped spacecraft.
V prvom rade objavenie sa UFA, ktoré vyzeralo ako pyramída.
Humanity makes the choice between good and evil.
Ľudstvo sa rozhoduje medzi dobrom a zlom.
In case of negative development, punishment by asteroid impact and starting a new degeneration cycle.
V prípade negatívneho vývoja trest dopadom asteroidu a ktorý spustí ďalšie negatívne udalosti.
You see, 2009 in the autumn.
Vidíte?
This pyramid-shaped object appears over Kremlin in Moscow.
Presne takýto istý objekt sa objavil nad Kremľom v Moskve.
You see?
Vidíte ho?
Oh my God, this is the same object.
To je ten istý predmet.
It was hovering 4 hours at night over Kremlin.
Bol teda ako keby stál vo vzduchu nad Kremľom niekoľko hodín.
You see?
Vidíte ho?
Is it visible for you? So, as long as we have a very short time. Few weeks later, this pyramid-shaped object was hovering over China.
A niekoľko týždňov neskôr tento objekt v tvare pyramídy zavisol nad Čínou.
And then it was noticed over America.
A potom ho videli v Amerike.
What it means?
Čo to znamená?
Now you see, very, very vivid fight between good and evil.
Vidíte to? Veľký boj medzi dobrom a zlom.
And you are. Because inside of you, you know, you feel the difference between good and bad.
A vy viete, každý vo svojom vnútri rozdiel medzi dobrom a zlom.
And positive. And this is the moment when all of you must make your choice.
A toto je chvíľa, kedy musíte si sami vybrať.
as long as we have very short time without any very interesting details, because this is just the half of my presentation.
A kým máme ešte čas, lebo toto je len polovica mojej prezentácie.
I am jumping to the end of the presentation.
Ja teraz preskočím na koniec prezentácie
And say,
a poviem,
if we made a wrong choice,
že ak urobíme zlú voľbu
150 years later,
o 150 rokov,
what will happen?
čo sa stane?
Another asteroid impact.
Ďalší zásah asteroidom.
So, do you like your kids?
Máte radi svoje deti?
Do you like planet Earth?
Máte radi svoje vnúčatá?
Make your choice.
Rozhodnite sa.
You have got a very short time.
Máte na to krátky čas.
We came here together with Michael and with Sam for one reason.
My sme tu prišli s Michaelom a so Samom z jedného dôvodu.
We have something to tell you.
Máme niečo, čo vám chceme povedať.
To let you information so that you could make your choice.
Aby ste boli informovaní a vedeli sa podľa toho rozhodnúť.
You know what is our choice. We made this decision long ago.
Vy viete, čo je našou voľbou. My sme toto rozhodnutie urobili už dávno.
And now with Sam, we say together, welcome to our team.
A teraz to hovoríme spolu. Vítajte v našom týme.